What up, people? How you guys doing? Hold on, I think... no, actually, it's good. Okay. Alright, what up, people? We need to get a tweet out nice and quick. Actually, we'll just do this for the tweet. Hang on. Okay. Dearest at Marvel Champions. Sadly, this tweet is 100% true. P.S. I am now It's tired. It's taking a nap before the stream. You know, had an alarm set for like 9:30 or something. Blew right through that one. Had an alarm set for, I don't know, whatever time. Anyway, it came down at like 10 o'clock, and Laura's like, "You gotta get up. It's 10 o'clock. It's time for the stream." And I was just still sleeping pretty much. So she said, "You want me to do the stream?" I'll do the stream. Whoops. I'll do the stream for me. Snapback. No, I need to save my crystals. It's true. I don't want any more crystals opened. Tweet. Hold my crystals. I can't open them yet. But anywho. What up, people? How's everybody doing? Who do we got here? Sean Kelly was the first winner, followed by Eric Nelson, the Darth Sild, Rance Gowan, Mark Campbell, what up? Joshua Ford, what up? We got Oraplexian, Dragon, what up, everybody? Roboto. The Aegon video was insane. Awesome. Glad you liked it. It was definitely insane. Aegon is nuts when it comes to that type of thing. There was an attempt, but you guys, it got him here. Yeah, it was pretty close. I was just very, very tired. He's always late. I know, I was a little bit late. It wasn't even that, hey, it wasn't that bad tonight. It was only 6 minutes late. That ain't that bad. Sean from the Ghost said it over $2. Saying, PG, wasted resources on bugged Thanos. I heard something about Thanos having some bugs. I looked into it. It didn't seem like it was much of a difference. Something about if you could extend the armor breaks or something like that. If what, you had an ability to extend them, or somebody explain what the bug was, because it sounded like most champions weren't affected by it, but I'm not entirely sure. And then there was some other part about the phase before it, one of the abilities carrying over, but I never noticed that myself. Either way, snap. Thank you very much for the 2 shot from the go. I appreciate that. Brian, guess who's still a tad sick? Star, no. You can't be sick. This is not good. Alright. But let's get this started. Next time he does it, Laura, you get to pop 1 crystal, your choice. No! No! I need to preserve all crystals. Alright. But I need a hug. Demiak, you've come to the right place, except this is the internet, and, well, it's tough to hug through the internet, but, well, you've still come to the right place. I need to get this loyalty. Forgot to claim this earlier. I've been super busy this weekend. Are you going to make a video with you opening gold crystals, or are you just going to let Kabam open them? Neither. Neither will happen. You'll see. I'm in the planning phases right now, and I can't explain any more than that. But you will see. I'm gonna fight it. I'm gonna fight it. That's all I could say. World class turned me down. Please embrace me. Ah, Demiak. You know what, man? I'm so proud of you for going for it, though. Hey, man. We knew going into it that, you know, that could have been the outcome, but I'm proud of you for going for it. Proud of you for going for it. All right, let's do some stuff though, man. Is a new one of those quests? No, the bounty. No, we got 20 minutes on that. Okay. Yeah, I gotta do the tier 4 basic grind, of course, but I have just enough energy to finish up this quest as well. This will be for 100% of uncollected. So let's get this done. Let's get this done first. Yeah, it's just that path. Any items around? Not that I care. Just want to get this done. Let's go. Venom the Duck level up. Venom the Duck is still sitting there. Still, you know, rank 1, level 1. Both a 4-star and the 5-star. I did get the 4-star. I don't know what the 4-star went for, but yeah, I had a little over 4 mil, or not 4 mil, a little over 3 mil myself for it. Crystal getting dusted. Thanos demands it. Nay. This will not happen. Let's see. BG, that Aegon team is pretty much what I used in lab, except no Fury, so I used Star-Lord just to get some chunky damage in. Nice. Yeah, I made an Aegon video a long time ago, and I kind of forget what team I used. But it turns out it was basically the same team as the one that Cameron used, except he had Nick Fury. So that video was kind of long overdue. He sent me Cameron sent me Aegon footage because you know, this was probably around the time of like right before Variant 2 came out. You know, everybody's farming some potions through Realm of Legends and stuff like that. And you know, he put like a couple of clips in the Alliance chat, and I was like, dude, this is pretty sweet. And he was like, you want a full, you want me to send a full run over? And I was like, yeah, sure. So he did, and I didn't upload it. Because even though he did the run, you know, it still takes a decent amount of work editing the bits together and stuff like that, and doing the commentary and all that. And I was busy with like the torch stuff and everything. And then by the time I was actually ready to like upload it, he was like, "Oh, well now I got the 2-star Nick Fury." Because the first run he didn't have that it was before that got mailed out. He didn't have the Nick Fury yet. He's like, "Well, now I got 2-star Nick Fury." And then he recorded another one and sent that over. And then it still took me like a week to upload it. It was long overdue. I hope I don't mess up your name. Is it Dieter Sparks? Dieter? I'm not sure, but Sparks, thank you very much for the buck. Sorry about messing up your name. Let me read your last message here. Do you have a last message? Hold on. You do have a last message. Where is it? Here we go. ABG, just joined a new alliance since I want to start running map 6. Any advice? First time in map 6. Map 6. My first advice. I have a few pieces of advice for you. Yes, you got it. Oh, cool. Nice. I have a few pieces of advice for you, though. if you've already been doing map 5, doing map 5, then map 6, go in with confidence. It's really not much different. So don't you know, still of course pay attention, make sure you're on top of your game and everything like that for the first time and everything, but it's really not much different from map 5 in terms of difficulty, especially if you compare like day 5 of map 5 to like day 1 of map 6. Day 5 of map 5 is, you know, probably still a little bit harder even. So go in there with confidence, but of course, as with any new alliance or anything new just in general, new difficulty, pay attention. If you're in a different battle group than your last alliance, pay extra special attention to joining the right battle group. The paths that you need to take, you got to pay attention to that, because the third section of map 6, there are no doubling up in terms of the paths. So yeah, just double, triple check, make sure you're on the right path. That's the most difficult part. I would say also scout ahead. Although the difficulty is not much different, one of the things that's different about map 6 is there are a few fights in there that just may require you to have you know, a different champion. It's not like something extreme, but let's say you're up against like Starburst in the third section. Well, then you're gonna want Gladiator Hulk on the team, of course, if you have him. If you don't have him, you could still get by without him, but you know, something like that. Other than that, no. You know, it's like I said, just be confident. It's really not a huge difference. As long as you were all right with map 5, then I'm sure you'll be all right with map 6. Thank you very much for the buck, and good luck. Whoa, 3-parter here. Alright, what is this 3-parter? What's up, BG? Question. Do you think the game is designed in a way where spending after a certain point yields significant diminishing returns to a point where an account that spends 500,000 is basically just as functional as an account that spends 20 times less than that? Roster value is so limited where all that's needed is enough of a roster to get by content. That's it before the meta changes all over again. Meta being star rarity or something else. Oh crap, I was not paying attention. I hope this doesn't kill me. Did I make the same mistake that I made yesterday? I think I'm alright. I hope. Oh, no, I was afraid of that stun. I'm dead. Rip. Yes, absolutely. There's a huge amount of diminishing returns when it comes to spending, I would say. In terms of if you're looking at your account as just getting by content, if it wasn't that way, then the game would be impossible to play without spending, or impossible to play even with only spending a little bit. I mean, spending, it mostly comes down to getting the champions that you want, but you don't need the champions that you want. It's just the champions that you want, right? It's just a kind of an extra thing. And yeah, I mean, of course, the champions that you likely want are champions that are very powerful and therefore can help you progress, but I mean, that's one of the reasons why I don't pop featured crystals, is as much as I want certain champions in the featured crystal, as much as I want Thing and, I don't know, whatever other champions that I want from the featured, I don't need it, and I can get by with just using, or just with whatever champion I get out of the regular crystal and all that, so. But of course, you know, you still do have an advantage from spending and all that. But yeah, it's never been necessary. That's kind of one of the things that I've been trying to show with my progress here all this time. Doug Cowell sending over $5. Thank you very much, dude. Saying, BG, I've got 6-star rank 2 Domino and Proxima awakened. I have 6 stones that can bring Proxima to dupe level 40 or both to level 30. What's my best play? Hold on. I don't think I would give the 6 stones to Proxima. I don't know. I feel like 6-star rank 2. I feel like you can destroy anything. I feel like you can kill anything with Proxima. Does anything survive if you get to 100 hits with Proxima, or even 75 with her synergy? Does anything survive a special ability at that point? I feel like they're just dead. You could probably deal, I don't even want to know, like a million damage off of one L3 or something if there's no damage cap to it. I don't know if it's that much, but I imagine anything just instantly dies at that point. So I don't think any sig levels matter there. Domino, however, I mean, the higher the sig level, if you put her on defense in Alliance War, that does make her that much more of a pain in the ass, that much more damage that the enemy has to face. But if you're not putting her on defense, then yeah, it's probably best just to hold on to the 6 stones even. But between the two, yeah, I think that would be the idea. Like, if you're using Domino offensively, save him. If Domino's on defense, put him into Domino. And I think that'd be it. I think that's how I'd approach it, at least. Doug, thank you very much for the 5. Appreciate it. And if I'm wrong on everything, never make it to 75 hits, nothing has survived after 2 quests. Yeah, that's what I figured, dude. That's what I figured. At least for now, you don't need any SIGs into Proxima. It doesn't seem like you're even getting to use her awakened ability as it is. Maybe in the future, though. I'm sure in the future at some point, Kabam's going to put something in the game that can survive it. So maybe in the future you can get more Sig Stones and put it into her, something like that. But for now, yeah, it's just unnecessary. Okay. Let me do this, actually. Oh, man. I have to fight a robot with Omega. I hate doing this. I hate it. 6,200 Domino is a pain, and damn near guaranteed kills of 565. Yes, pretty much. I really hate fighting Domino. I hate it. Alright, I actually have to pay attention for a sec here, though, guys. I'll be able to read comments again in just a moment. I knew that wasn't happening. Just didn't want to lose my spores, which I ended up losing. Oh, and then the heavy attack. Does it reduce ability accuracy or something? I don't even know the nodes on this Ultron. There we go. Man, this Ultron, he's slow to hit back on an evade. Oh, never mind. He wasn't that slow that time. Oh, Jesus. I was so used to him just punching immediately after the evade. I feel like I had the parry timing down, but it's changed a little bit with this guy. Interesting. Could have just been in my mind, though. Could have just been less consistent. I don't know. Do you think his 5th in Prestige, do you see him getting booted from the top 5 anytime soon? Possibly. I don't think you always need to have the top 5, though. Well, I mean, I guess it depends on what we're talking here. If you're going for that #1 spot, you do. But anything, literally any other way that you're playing, if you're not going for that #1 spot, if you're going for top 10, top 20, top whatever, it doesn't matter, top 5, you don't need to replace the champions in the top 5 prestige. You just need to have good prestige. But yeah, I'm sure he'll get replaced somewhat soon. It's not going to be these next 3 champions, so you have at least until bare minimum, at least until next month. Whoa! Whoa! Is that a $100 super chat? Whoa, dude. Oh man, I messed up. I feel like I messed up your name last time. I can't remember if you had to correct me on it or not. I feel like you did. I'm gonna try again, but please forgive me if I mess this up. Dr. Shadi Irifish. I'm so sorry. But you sent over $100, dude. Thank you very much. That is extremely generous of you. Saying hi, BG. Told myself if I got a Legends title, I'd add to my previous donation to you as a thank you for that Corvus video. Got the title, bro. Dude, congrats, man. Thank you again very much. It's been a long time overdue for that title. Dude, awesome, man. Congrats on the Legends, and man, so generous of you. You sent over $100 last time. Dude, thank you. Super generous of you. Thank you very much, man. And I'm happy to hear that it all worked out. Happy to hear that that you got that title. Okay, uncollected. It's all done. Sweet. Let's move on. BG, do you know that if you put 2 splintered armor on Thanos with Medusa, you take the indestructible, and you can hurt him without having to intercept? Wait. You take the indestructible. What, like, if you shatter the armor before getting to the special 3? Is that what you're saying? Or just shattering during the special 3? Well, that's pretty sweet. Is that correct, Ryan? Thanks for the attempt. Okay, cool, man. Alright, cool. I was waiting to see if I was off. But okay, interesting. With that Medusa against Thanos. BG, good evening. Start playing around with the latest 5-star, both rank 3 Wasp and Corvus. Super impressed with both, but especially Wasp. She hits so damn hard, a little bit more fluid than Corvus, I find. Dude, Wasp is awesome. I love Wasp. But man, she really cannot take a single hit. It's nuts. Even just blocking a little bit with her, you notice it big time. But I also do enjoy Wasp myself. Brian, word time. Pippet? Pippet is the word? Pippet. Pippet, good. I don't know what Pippet means. BG, where is love? Love is right here. I don't know what that means exactly, but that's where it is. Pippet, though. I feel like Pippet was the working title for the pogo stick before it was a commercial success. Which, by the way, man, thinking back to a time before the internet and everything, I can't even imagine being the guy who invented the pogo stick and like was trying to sell that. Like, what does the process even look like? What does the process of the pogo stick even look like? Is it a pipe armpit? Dude, I was thinking something related to armpit as well. Pipe armpit, that could be it. That's probably it. Hey, do you have Venom? I do have Venom. I actually have a high level Venom. Ranked him up somewhat recently here for one of the quests. Bop it, twist it, pip it. Yeah, exactly. I was thinking of that too. Oh man. BG is a pip it? What? Oh yeah. Laura's saying Lola and her teeth. Yeah. She's gonna have to, I don't know, let's get something done with her teeth. Unfortunately. The little pup, she's gonna suffer a little bit. Pipit, noun, a mainly ground-dwelling songbird of open country. I was thinking it could be something bird-related. Typically having brown, streaky plumage. Okay. Alright. Okay. So, not the working title for a pogo stick, but, you know, somewhat close. List of things Kabam needs to fix. Ghost Rider being able to be poisoned is pretty high. What? Oh, wait. No. Yeah, that's... Okay. For a second there, I thought he's poison immune, but being able to be poisoned. But he's just not poison immune, right? He has no organs. How does he get poisoned? I mean, really. Well, I mean, bones can be poisoned or something, right? I don't know if that's true. I feel like it could be. I don't know if that's actually true, but I feel like it's possible. I feel like it's possible. Oh man. Who would you rank for, Venom the Duck or Ghost, if I want to explore Variant 2 and Labyrinth? I mean, I'm pretty sure Pete is able to play Ghost anywhere, including Variant 2, but I feel like Venom the Duck is probably better for Variant 2. In terms of Labyrinth, I really wouldn't do Labyrinth without having a champion at rank 5 these days. Maybe the easy path with rank 4, you know, but seeing as you can get a rank 5 champion for clearing like Act 5, or just, you know, slowly getting resources from other areas uncollected, you know, whatever. I wouldn't really do Labyrinth of Legends without a rank 5. And as much as I love Venom the Duck, and as much as I would love to clear Labyrinth of Legends with Venom the Duck, I feel like Ghost is probably just a better long-term rank up for other areas of the game too. Word to the wise, don't get sprayed by a skunk. That's good advice, Timothy. That's real good advice, actually. BG, I can rank 5 3 champions. Domino, Cap, Infinity, Magic, Hype, Voodoo, Thanos, maybe Torch. I'm going to have to 100% Variant 2 and then decide. By the way, how was your workout? Well, I did go for a walk today. Does that count? If so, then it was nice. It was, it wasn't too hot out, you know. Nice. Man. Rank 5 3 champions. Hector, what the heck? Rank someone up already. Quit sitting on your resources. What the hell, man? I know everyone complains about Ghost Rider not being Incinerate immune, but being able to put Spirit Venom on him with Voodoo just feels straight up wrong. Yeah, I don't. To be honest, I've never really paid attention to any of the like immunity stuff. I know Dormammu was another big one about the dude being on fire and not being Incinerate immune. But I never paid attention to any of that stuff. Right, thank you for saying Pip It in the theme of Whip It. I'm now listening to it on repeat. Thank you. No, really, thank you. Alright, no problem, man. I've done Easy Path with rank 5 Domino, but need better option for 100%. Only have 4 Tier 2 Alpha. Oh, okay. Well, I mean, it doesn't really get a ton better than having a rank 5 Domino, to be honest. Like, I do think... I think Venom the Duck when you know the right way to play him, I feel like he is one of the cheapest, if not the cheapest, for fights that he can do. But there will be fights that he can't do. Whereas I feel like Ghost probably can. Not that she can do every fight, but I feel like she can do more fights than Venom the Duck, possibly, just because of things like shrugging off poisons or bleeds and being able to do those fights. Not relying on any types of buffs or debuffs, where sometimes that's an issue. So yeah, the answer is probably Ghost. I'd like your opinion on something though, Brian. I was thinking about getting back into Diablo 3. I want to play games again, but playing against real people is too stressful. Thoughts? Sure, why not? Go for it. I don't know. You know my thoughts. You already know my thoughts about Diablo 3 and how I'm not really such a big fan of it. But hey man, if you like it, then what does my opinion matter? Go for it, dude. BG was lurking hard in your streams and appreciate you trying to prevent spoilers. Wait, did I say working or lurking? Lurking hard in your streams and appreciate you trying to prevent spoilers. Hope all is well, man. Dude, a lot of that needs to go to, a lot of that thanks needs to go to the mods, especially Star, setting up Nightbot and all that. But yeah, we tried our best, the member chat and all that too, and unfortunately some spoilers. Some people still got hit. It's one of those things that's super tough to fully prevent. Dragon sent over $5. Dragon, thank you very much. Saying BJ pulled Sim Supreme on the podcast tonight. What? You have the best podcast opening luck. He's my next to rank 4. Do you think he's a rank 5 candidate, considering I have Domino and Spark as a rank 5? I absolutely think Sim Supreme is a rank 5 candidate, yeah. Absolutely. Congrats, by the way, on the sick pull. But, yeah. I still am pretty inexperienced when it comes to Sim Supreme. So I may not be the best person to say like, oh yeah, definitely go for it type of thing. But the dude is super powerful. I think his abilities just in general, just having someone that can control the enemy's debuffs, or not debuffs, can control the enemy's buffs that well. I feel like there's just times where you just need that level of control. You know, like the Awaken ability, for example, is not something that would really matter in every fight. But man, you go up against like a Hyperion with some crazy nodes. I don't know, Hyperion with like Brawl or something like that, because I think there's one of those like in map 7, and I can just see a champion like that being put elsewhere, or other champions that you just need a way to shut down their buffs immediately, and having them awakened and all that can be really useful. And of course, the higher level the better and all that. I think his power gain is so slow though. I feel like you gotta have Mystic Dispersion if you're gonna rank him up. So I feel like if you, let's say you just don't like running Mystic Dispersion, let's say you have a good mastery build and you can't spare the points or something like that, then I don't know if I would consider it as much. And you could probably just leave him at like rank 4 for those times where you need to use him or something. But the he has great damage. Like I've watched some of Legacy's videos with him. He has great damage. His prestige is super high too, so got that going for him. I think he's a great choice for rank up. I think personally, without having experience fighting against, or not fighting against, fighting with Maw yet, he's currently my favorite Mystic champion. But again, that's with such little experience that maybe if I played him more, maybe I wouldn't feel that way. I don't know. But, yeah, like, I know some people definitely still prefer, like, Magic and the power control that Magic has and stuff, but, I'd rather Symbiote Supreme myself. BG, did you hear that apparently former Blizzard developers are developing a Hearthstone type Marvel game? I just heard about it on Seaton's channel. Interesting to you? I don't think it's going to be a Hearthstone type Marvel game. I don't think anything is known about the game that they're developing. It's some of the Hearthstone developers started up their own company called Second Dinner, but I would highly doubt that it's going to be a card-based game. I mean, maybe there's more information out there than I know, because I don't really keep up with it. I just follow Ben Brode on Twitter and occasionally get some updates about their studio there and stuff. But I would really doubt that it was going to be another card game. Like, I don't know. It doesn't always work that way where developers want to work on different games. You know, sometimes they don't mind working on the same type of game. But I feel like if you were gonna... I feel like Hearthstone is a game that they really liked making and everything, and if they were gonna leave Blizzard to make their own games, I feel like a card game wouldn't be the first one on the list. I feel like they would choose something else to make. But it is gonna be Marvel related. They did confirm that. They also confirmed that their funding is coming from NetEase, which could be worrisome to some people. I think it's coming from NetEase, which is the same NetEase that is helping out with Diablo Immortal. The same NetEase that has well, they're like a Chinese-based company. I think Chinese-based. Oh man, see, I don't know. I feel like I'm gonna say some incorrect things now, but I'm 99% sure they're a Chinese-based company, and it's like, you know, it's a different type of market over there where definitely microtransactions play a big role in their games. Yeah, I don't know. I'm just talking out of my butt at this point, I guess. But basically, yeah, it's one of the reasons why people are worrisome about what Diablo Immortal is going to look like. Not only being on mobile, but kind of knowing that they have a lot of similar games and very microtransaction heavy and stuff like that. Whereas something like Hearthstone, of course, you know, did have microtransactions and all that. It was a card game, you kind of expect it. But it could potentially be play a larger role in this whatever game they're making. Who knows? It's not always a bad thing either, but just for some people who may not want to venture into a game like that. Thanks for having the lights on, BG. I've been staring at a black screen for the last hour and a half. Panama Pete, what? Are you okay, man? Isn't China one of the countries that just banned microtransaction games? What? Really? Is it not? Hold on. Let me Google them. Maybe they're Korean? I don't think so. No, yeah, it is Chinese. Okay. NetEase, a Chinese internet technology company providing online services centered on content, community, communications, and commerce. Oh wait, NetEase Games. Is this separate? Is that a separate part of their? No, it's the same thing, I think. I don't know anything about that. But that'd be interesting. Lance Bomber said it over $2. Thank you very much. Saying, who are top champs versus 6.1 Crossbones? Would OG Vision work? OG Vision. I want to say no. I can't remember. I'm sure somebody's tried it. And somebody maybe can say in the chat if it works or not. I want to say no. His damage output and the way the specials work in that fight, I feel like it wouldn't work. I'm sure it'd be possible to get it down as like a rank 5 OG Vision or something like that, but yeah, I don't think it would. Don't think it would be easy by any means. But the top champions, Omega Red has to be #1. Sentinel is pretty good for that fight as well. Oh man, I can't remember who are the best ones at this point. I know Sentinel's really good as well. There was a video on Reddit that actually made King Groot look like it wasn't the worst thing ever. It was just like a really long, slow fight, but it was like you couldn't die because you just regenerate so much health with him. Just on the off chance that you have a high-level King Groot. But any like higher DPS, double immune champion would work. They don't have to be insane high DPS either, you know. Like Iceman would do the job. It's just like the big thing to consider. Oh, Ghost, actually, I forgot about Ghost. The big thing to consider about that fight is just the way the specials interact in there, where you know you can't always get to a special 2, and you pretty much can never get to a special 3 unless that special 3 is also going to power drain. Because if you get to a special 3, that means the enemy has gotten to a special 3. So yeah, you want to play champions that have like a good spammable special 1, like the way that Sentinel has that heal block on his special 1 works out quite nice. Other champions, I don't know if someone else can maybe put some champions that they used in the chat that worked out for you guys for that Act 6 Crossbones. Because I'm kind of blanking beyond champions like, oh, you know what? Wait, Dragon's near Dragon. I think Dragon used Domino. Was it Domino? Or was it Sparkles? Oh man, I can't remember at this point. I feel like if I don't make like a guide on how to complete some area of the game, then I just totally forget like who's actually useful for it and who's not and all that. Because I just go through one time and then kind of just forget about the fight. But yeah, if anyone else has any examples of champions they use, but outside of like Omega Red, Ghost, and Sentinel, those would I feel like would be the top 3 for me, but they're definitely not the only. Oh, Aegon, yeah, I did know some people use Aegon. Damn Sparkles 8 used Domino and wrecked it. Okay. Domino against Crossbones. Yeah, okay. Used like Corvus Ultron for him myself, but 3 revives at him. Yeah, I definitely can see Corvus running in there, using up the glaive charges, just dying and then popping a revive, doing the same thing again. Getting through it that way. Next bones, you can use Ghost or Omega, King Groot, Ghost Rider, Morningstar, Domino, 3 revives. Okay. Ryan pulled 4-star thing today. Ooh, nice. Congrats. It's another champion that you have that I do not. at the moment yet. That champion just got added to the 4-star pool. I personally welcome spoilers. What? Because I'm a horrible fan of the films, and if I don't have the chance to see it immediately, then I will watch all reviews, but please don't spoil it for others who want none. Correct. Please no spoilers in the chat. Yeah, I can see that too. There's some times where I guess if I really don't want to watch something, I'm kind of just curious about what happens, and I'll just watch like a 2-minute clip or something. I've been there. I can't seem to get through Kang in Act 2. Should I rank 2 my 6-star Ant-Man for it? Darkhawk, I would recommend not doing that, probably. But hey, man. Maybe. Lance, by the way, thank you again for the 2. Sorry I didn't have more info, but other people are putting other things in the chat that hopefully can help. And would rank 4 Corvus work with a few revives? Yeah, you could definitely do it with a rank 4 Corvus. It's just, yeah, you're gonna have to use some revives for sure. As long as you go in there with that mindset of like, okay, I've saved up some revives. I'm gonna use up all my glaive charges, and then just get the hell out of here and, you know, exit the fight, do it again. As long as you go with that mindset, I think you'll be alright. Make sure you're running suicides too, because you really need that extra damage, you know. If you don't have suicides, well then, hopefully you have suicides. That's the only reason why I told you about it. Wow. Okay. ABG, why would you spend time to get Tier 4 Basic? They're so easy to get in the Glory Store. I have an infinite need for Tier 4 Basic. Tier 4 Basic is my favorite catalyst out of all of them. There was an offer today, right? For catalysts. It was like what? A Tier 2 out? Was that? That wasn't yesterday, right? That was today. It's a Tier 2 Alpha and some Tier 5 Basic fragments. It's a pretty decent offer, but you know what? It didn't have Tier 4 Basic in it, so I passed. BGA got sprayed earlier. I can't get rid of the smell. Oh, damn. TJ, sorry to hear that. Well. And wait a minute. Is that a different... Did you change your name? Or is that a different account of yours? Because that's the same Timothy Shockley, right? But damn, dude. I'm sorry to hear that, man. I think if you bathe in... I think if you bathe in the Coke Slurpees from 7-Eleven, that gets rid of the smell. You might not want to actually try that, though. That could get pretty expensive, filling up a tub full of Slurpee. Second part of the offer was awful. Yeah, it was. It really was. The first part's not too bad. The second part was pretty... B Jizzle. Oh, jeez. I don't know if I like that name. What's up, Bozo? Uchi wife had spare units, so I went for 7 of the Nova Cav crystals and got 5-star Heimdall X23 and Red Clops, along with 4 stars, including Annihilus and Human Torch. Your turn. No. Also, never call you that again. Okay, good. Oh man, we're thinking alike on that. Definitely not my turn on those Cav crystals. No, I will pass. But congrats on the 5 stars, especially that Heimdall. 5-star Heimdall is one of the champions I want the most right now, since you can't really take in the 4-star to some of the areas of the game yet, or at all, right? With Act 6. I'll voluntarily bathe in Coke Slurpees. Me too. Same. Yeah. 1,800 units well spent ammo. Yeah, it's pretty good. I really considered getting it, but I need to bank more units before I can start picking up offers like that, because I think the offer was the first part, at least. I think the first part of the offer was fine. It's just I still think that oh, you did change the name. Okay. I still think that offers like the 12K offer after 6.1 is a better value. Even though it's essentially like the same resources randomized, it was just a little bit more cost effective to go with something like that between the two. But if I had the units, I'd be picking up both. I just want to make sure I can get back up to a high amount of units for the next time a good offer like that comes around before I start picking up the smaller ones. Plus, like I said, I do want Tier 4 basics more than any other catalyst. I really enjoy ranking up my 4-star champions, and hey, 4-star champions don't need tier 2 alpha or tier 5 basic. I'm sad, BG, you didn't answer my question. Do I have to super chat you in order for you to answer me? Disc Golf Junkie, there's 361 people in here. There's going to be a lot of times where I don't answer your question. You can't get sad by it. No, you do not need to super chat, but you need to be understanding. Are you going to open up all of your crystals before the Forest Crystal opening? No, I will not. I have plans for that, but I don't want to spoil the video that I have that's going to be related to that, so that's kind of all I could say for right now. But there's not many crystals on the list of crystals that's going to be that Kabam is going to be forcing open. So there's most of the crystals that we have are not going to get touched. There's very few in there that they're trying to force open. Yeah, get Mountain Dew. Don't get the Coke. Ah, man, I want a Slurpee. EG, where are you getting all the Tier 1 Alpha? I find that is the biggest bottleneck for resources. Tier 4 Basic is never an issue. I usually pick up 2 Tier 1 Alpha from the Glory Store. I do the Tier 1 Alpha Arena. The Tier 1 Alpha that I get, I get one from each of the 3-day events. The 3-day Alliance events. One from... Or no. There's a few from Summoner Advancement, right? Anywhere between 1 and 3. Depending on how high we score. I don't know. They kind of just come in from all over the place. But I don't really focus on ranking up my 5 stars. I focus more on ranking up my 4 stars. So... I end up not really using as much Tier 1 Alpha, but I still run out too. I still run out of Tier 1 Alpha all the time. They go really quick. You know, I could have some in the overflow and then be like, oh cool, let me rank up a 5-star and run out by the time I'm done ranking up that 5-star. Have some Tier 2 Alpha expiring soon. Dude, Articath, I saw that picture, man. You have some Tier 2 Alpha is you have more than some. If you were to rank 4 unduped, thoughts? Go for it. Absolutely. Dude, I would rank... I mean, I was going to rank up my Fury unduped to rank 4. And then I did rank up Roulette instead. Which I'll probably do again. Instead of going with Nick Fury, I'll probably just do another rank up Roulette. I'm still waiting on getting more Tier 2 Alpha for anyone curious about that. I burned most of my Tier 2 Alpha. I only had like 1, and it's getting back up there again, but it's still need more time. Alright, what's your favorite pasta? Probably just straight up spaghetti. If that's too boring of an answer for you, then I would say shell pastas. Do you need help with 514? Wait, what? Need your help with 514. My roster is awake. What? 440 Medusa, Rolk, Venompool, Winter Soldier, Vision Ultron, 235 Rogue, Gwenpool. What combo should I use of those champions? Also awake, 330 Iceman. 514, is that 5-star rank 4? Was that supposed to be? Or 550? Or what is that? But combo should I use of those champions? Oh, 5.1.4. Okay. Got it. Need help with 5.1.4. Okay. I mean, 5.1.4. That quest is the life steal one, right? For a second, I was thinking about 5.2.4, and I was thinking you're going to have a tough time with those champions. But 5.1.4, that's a different story. That is the life transfer quest. I think when it comes to life transfer, you want to just have a decent mix of class types, because the degeneration from life transfer, it's weaker. You take less damage based on the class relationship of the fight. So yeah, you want to have a decent variety, decent mix of the class types. Really, I wouldn't worry too much about synergies, and I would just throw like 5 of your strongest champions that have different class types in there. And then, yeah, just go nuts. The quest isn't too bad. I think it's more about playstyle than anything. More about playstyle than having the right champions. Don't do anything risky. You know, block and bait out heavy attacks for your openings and stuff like that. I mean, of course, still try to parry and stuff, but don't go for any intercepts. Don't go for anything flashy. Because any type of chip damage that you take from blocking, you're just going to heal it back up as soon as you get an opening. So just kind of have that mindset of, like, don't stress about your health going down. Just kind of be patient for your openings and stuff like that. That's all I can really say. Sorry, hopefully that's helps enough. And Linguini, I mean, yeah, it's tough. It's actually tough. Laura knows. I go back and forth on like Spaghetti and Linguini being my favorites all the time. For the longest time, it was definitely Linguini. Oh, Jesus, I just took a lot of damage. But yeah, I still like it, of course. We just ate Linguini today. But I think I like Spaghetti more. I'm not a fan of the angel hair Spaghetti or whatever. Angel hair pasta or whatever it is. I'm not a fan of that, actually. When it's too thin, I don't know. Ugh. I don't like it. Thought because it was the end of the month, we were going to get a new event quest and champs, but then I remember this month barely started. Yeah, we still got a ways to go. Next month should be really interesting to see what happens. Like if they're going to do things more related to end game, if they're going to have like another event for it or not. Really curious to see. I do a homemade Alfredo scallop bake with linguine noodles. Sounds pretty good. I stick to just plain pasta and sauce, and that's it. Marinara sauce. Nothing else. Main problem is I can't bait out Special 3 and then get trapped in the corner, then panic. Yeah, I don't know if I have too much advice on that. Maybe to start baiting specials out a little bit earlier if possible. Like as soon as you get them over a bar of special, to start baiting out, and then If they, you know, if they're not willing to throw it, well, then push them back a little bit and kind of rinse and repeat that. PG, you need to get on the rigatoni bandwagon. Rigatoni. I'm gonna have to Google that. Definitely familiar with the name, but can't imagine how it looks at the moment. Also, thank you, and Camp for the Aegon video. Watched it with the wife, and she was hating me more and more for following him. Nice. Alright, hang on. Rigatoni. Let's see what we got here. Oh, dude. I love me some rigatoni. I just call these tubes, tube noodles. But these are like the bigger tube ones. Yeah. We eat this sometimes. Rigatoni, the penne, even though I don't think this is penne here, but we dig that stuff. BG, you basic, but I love you. Thank you. It's true. I'm as basic as can be. BG, when is the next rank 5 roulette? Red Skull to rank 5, I heard. I don't think I'm doing rank 5 rank up roulette. That ain't happening. I wouldn't mind doing it with my 4 stars, but I feel like that would also be a lot less entertaining. So I'm going to stick to 5 stars going to rank 4 for now. Brian likes cooking rigatoni with penne. It's true. It's true. Sometimes we'll make both together. And then the penne pasta gets, you know, they'll go into the tubes, the big tubes. It's like a blanket for them, you know? It's like an extra noodle surrounding the noodle. It works out. Just like bow ties. Wait, I'm sure I like fartelli. Is that what the bow ties are actually called? The bow ties, I used to be a big fan of them as a kid. I don't know if I like them so much anymore. I'd still eat them, but, you know. After the film, Scarlet... Oh, whoa. Hold on. Please, know nothing about film and characters in it and stuff like that. Please be careful when it comes to any type of spoilers. I don't know if that was a spoiler or anything. But please, nothing like that in the chat. Nothing about film at all. Don't even hint at what character is in there. There's still a lot of people that have not seen the movie. We need more accidental awakening vids, PG. Well, I'm trying to be pretty careful about who I'm awakening, so hopefully there's not going to be any more accidental awakenings, man. I know a lot of people enjoyed watching that, but yeah, I'm trying to avoid things like that, so... I'm hoping there won't be another one of those videos. Bow ties are hard to fork. They can be, yeah. They can be. Bow ties are fartali, the Italian word for butterfly. Ooh. Well, that makes me like them a little bit more. I didn't know that. I'm probably saying this slightly incorrect. Not having any type of accent or whatever to it. Andrew Studer said in over $5, saying, BG, without your live streams, work would be incredibly boring. Keep up the good work and giving out great advice. Dude, Andrew, thank you very much for the support. I appreciate the 5, man. Glad you dig the streams. Thank you very much for the kind words as well, dude. Thank you, thank you. Oh wait, I see someone asking to ban someone. What did they say? We have someone trying to spoil things. Sorry. If you heard a Windows ding, that was me. Not your computer. Oh, it's borderline. I'm gonna just remove the comment and not ban. But please, guys, please nothing about the movie. Maybe it's my fault for saying, for even saying that, you know, we'll see if they do anything else with the movie. But don't actually talk about it. Don't say anything that you want to see from the movie or anything like that. Still trying to keep this place spoiler-free for now. At least for another week or two or something like that. After that, if you haven't seen the movie, well, that's on you. But for now, it's still early. People are busy and all that. What was that last ding? Oh, that was a Cali Nerd. Member for 8 months. I don't know if Cali Nerd is in you. I don't remember seeing Cali Nerd in the chat tonight. But if you're out there or if you're hearing this telepathically or something, thank you very much for the continued support. Double chat, but I'm working, so can't just sit and watch the chat. Oh, it's all good, dude. It's all good. Rank up help finished variant 2.0 today. Cosmic rank 5 gem, Venom or Hyperion, both duped. Already have Medusa at rank 5. Thanks, BG. Finished variant 2, Cosmic rank 5 gem, Venom or Hype, both duped. I personally find Hyperion to be... I mean, they're both really good between Venom and Hype, but I personally find just Hyperion to be a little bit more versatile between the two. Like Venom, oh man, excuse me guys, I keep burping a little bit here. I'm trying to suppress it. But anyway, I think Venom is fantastic when it comes to taking down like the Spider-Verse champions and stuff like that, and he's fantastic for other things as well, of course. But I just feel like Hyperion is probably the more versatile of the two. Venom doesn't have poison immunity like Hyperion does, and sometimes you just need that poison immunity. The power gain that Hyperion has is just super unique. Not a whole lot of champions like that. The regen is nice, but they both have regen. I don't really give either champion a nod in terms of which is better there. I really think it just comes down to the slow power gain buff that Hyperion has. That is why I would go with Hyperion myself. But it's totally up to you. They're both great champions. But if Dr. Shoddy grew a beard and put on glasses, he would look like a tan buff version of you. Interesting. Okay. I was messing around in Steam and I found a gem. It's a tower defense game, but all the towers are anime girls. Wow, Demiak. Okay, interesting. At this point, I think endgame spoilers protection is like a parent thinking they can keep their 27-year-old son from finding out about sex. Well, maybe they'll find out, but they don't have to find out here about it, damn it. Alright. Venom is one of the best Havoc counters. Yeah, Venom is decent at countering him at least. I don't know if I would say... I don't know if I'd put him in the one of the best categories, but... definitely a counter to Havoc for sure. If you aren't done with Variant 1 and Variant 2 100%, and you got Medusa, Venom, and Venom the Duck at rank 3, who would you take to rank 4? Venom the Duck. Wait, hold on. If you aren't done with Variant 1 and Variant 2 200... Oh, okay. It would either be Medusa or Venom the Duck. I just said Venom the Duck because I love me some Venom the Duck. And as soon as I get mine ranked up, I feel like he's going to take over in terms of like my new favorite champion, even over Medusa. But yeah, either one of those. I wouldn't go with Venom, just because you may get a 2015 rank up gem for Venom, and then you can, use it. Like if you get a cosmic one, it's the perfect choice to give it to Venom. So I'd go with either of the other ones. Well, BG, as of 2 minutes ago, the Earth rotated 360 degrees on its axis. Let's call it a day. Wow. Wow, man. What's up, Last Arnie? That is one of the best because you can just reroll, buff, and get armor. Maybe not in war, but quests you can. Yeah, you can. But I still don't consider him one of the best. Just because, I don't know, I feel like power control is better. I guess I don't have a ton of experience against Havoc to know, but sometimes you just don't get armor as well. You could throw 5 heavy attacks in a row and not get armor, and that it's not really even like that rare of an occurrence. It just happens sometimes, You can't always get those openings. BG, why does Kebab insist on being so cheap? I opened 6 stones today and overflows only last 13 days. WTF, the expire crap needs to end. Is that a cheap thing? I don't know. All games have stuff like that, whether you spend money on it or not. I think it's just normal in games to have a cap on certain inventory things. That's just the norm, dude. Pretty much no matter what game you play. Also, BG, you can call me Timothy or Shark. I go by both. Okay. Well, I may have to go with Shark. if I remember, it might take me a little bit of time to remember that. Hopefully it doesn't, but sometimes changing names takes a second for it to stick in my brain after I was used to a different name. Wait, it's a dating sim, but every girl is a bird, and you're definitely not. Wait, what, Pete? What the heck? What the heck? Oh man, talking about some anime game, I think. BG, I don't think Venom should be able to get the same buff in a row off a heavy. Try to switch off physical resistance and boom, get another. Dude, Aces the Bug. It does feel like it happens more so with physical resistance than any of the other buffs. Where you try to get rid of physical resistance and it's right back to physical resistance. With other buffs, it doesn't seem to happen like that, but I swear with physical resistance, always. Maybe that's just because that's the only one I try to switch off. Like, I'll sometimes try to switch off armor too, but like, of course I'm not switching off Fury or Crit or something. BG, I've seen you doing a lot of Arena, but I've never seen your name in Arena results night at all. What's up with that? Thought you want to be a role model. I've submitted some scores, but if I'm nowhere near the cutoff, then I don't bother. Like, I checked my rank for Venom the Duck, and it was like 1300 or something like that. So I figured, well, what's the point? That info doesn't really help. But I have submitted my my scores in the past. Did you have my 455 champion sitting in the sideline outside of Alliance War? Would he be beneficial to my future Aegon Labyrinth run? I don't think so. I think champion was possibly a champion that you'd include when running Aegon in the past, but not anymore. I don't think he would be part of any of the teams that I would bring ever since the introduction of Nick Fury. Which, there might be teams that are better run than even Nick Fury. I don't know if that's true or not, but I feel like Nick Fury does everything that the champion does, except he does it better. He does it for all size champions instead of just the large size champions. And yeah, you could double up, you could have both of them, but I just feel like you wouldn't really. I feel like you'd be better off running some combination of Heimdall and other champions. Something else interesting about Nick Fury as well that you might want to play around with is the synergy. Like, okay, I was actually gonna let's go to a different area of the game. I was trying to see if Cameron was able to test this synergy out, but he only has the 2-star Nick Fury, so he couldn't do it. If we ditch all these guys, we throw in 2-star Nick Fury, and we'll throw in the 3-star as well. So I think you only need the 3-star version. Okay, so yeah, 2-star Nick Fury only has this plus attack synergy. 3-star version, never mind. 3-star version does not have it either. You gotta have the 4 or 5-star version apparently. Let's get the 5-star version of Nick Fury in there. Okay, 5-star version of Nick Fury has this synergy here with the Captain. With the Captain America's not Captain America's, Captain Marvel's. Oh, Jesus, man. Oh, my brain, guys. It don't work. Captain Sparkles and Captain Marvels and all that. There might be a good team to run with this synergy if you're already going to have Nick Fury on the team, where you can extend all the Fury buffs by 20%. I don't know if you'd be able to include this into the team and still have everything else that you need, but there could be something there. David L sent it over $1. Where's your last one at? What sig level should I get my Omega Red to need to make my generic Awakening Gem worth using? If we're talking about a 4-star, I would say Sig 40. If we're talking about a 5-star, I'd say Sig 80. And those would be like the minimums, I would say. You can, like, if you really need that champion for a specific reason, if you're going up against like biohazard nodes and stuff like that, you know, there's always exceptions, but that's my general ruling when it comes to you know, if you're gonna actually use an Awakening Gem on Omega Red. If you somehow, you know, if you just naturally pull him from a crystal and he gets awakened naturally, you know, you could rank him up lower than that, but when it comes to Awakening, yeah, I try to hold out for that amount of 6 stones. Panaman's tweeters, pleasers. Okay, Pete, we'll check it out in a sec. David, thank you very much for the $1. Oh my goodness, what is this? This is the title screen. These are some very pretty birds. What the hell, dude? So you're trying to mate with these birds? Why is this bird so plump? This is a big birdie. What is this thing? Is this even a bird? Good God. That looks nice. It's a dating sim, and they're all birds. That's the Godfather bird. Yeah, you're right. It's the Godfather bird. VG, if I mainly quest with rank 5 Blade, Ghost Rider, Star-Lord, would it be worth benching rank 4 Dusa, Goldman, Voodoo, or Quake to bring along the 4-star Fury I just pulled? Probably not. I would say it depends, Dicer. If you I would think only if you need one of his other synergies, like if you go up against like a poison path, and you want to use your blade on that poison path, then, well, hey, you don't have to bench gold, man. He could, he's part of the team. If that's the case, then I would say bring Nick Fury, but if you're just talking about for the attack boost, I don't think it'd be worth it. Because it would affect Blade and Star-Lord, right? Star-Lord, he gains so much plus attack anyway, you're not going to notice this plus 10 attack, or even the plus 20% attack from killing him off. Blade, it would help his damage out, for sure. But I feel like, with Danger Sense, you also gain a lot of plus attack as well. So it wouldn't be that noticeable. If you're gonna bench your other champions for anyone, I would say, again, do it for if you need one of the other synergies here, not the plus attack, or bench your other champions for like a Heimdall setup maybe. That would probably be the way to go if you wanted some better synergies. Throw in Heimdall with one of these other champions, whether it's the crit, attack, or heal. I don't even know which one you'd want. I like the heal the most, but yeah, I don't know. Something like that is what I would do. Because then you have the cheat death from Heimdall also. It's more, I mean, it'd be more about the cheat death than anything. But yeah. Sometimes that heal is also pretty sick. Think of a 5-star Heim? There you go, dude. Try that out. It's also possible that you might still just prefer to take all your other champions with you and not bench them, but hey, at least try it out, I'd say. Okay. Let's go back to this. Oh crap, AQ banner. Yeah, dude. Alliance Quest is coming back around. I really, man, it's crazy. I look forward to Alliance Quest these days, just because I'm looking forward to the Glory Store resetting. But I'm like really looking forward to it. Like, please, I need these other rank up resources from the Glory Store. Before the Glory Store, I was mostly just getting potions, and I didn't care. But now it's like, oh, dude, I've been waiting all week for these to actually spend my glory. Good morning from the Netherlands. What's up, Gwenny? Not ashamed to say that I stayed up all night once to play that game all the way through. Nice. BG, what do you think about seeing the Tier 4 class Catalyst and higher inventory limits increased with either the Cavalier title or the next title to 15 instead of 12? That might help with the crystal inventory. That is happening according to Kabam. Would it help with the crystal inventory thing? I don't know if it would help with the crystal inventory thing much, but I am totally for increasing the cap to 15. Yeah. In my opinion, it should have went up to 15 a long time ago. Well, maybe a long time ago. I don't know. Maybe it would have been appropriate to do it with Cavalier. Thinking back to Uncollected, maybe you don't really need to increase the cap for Uncollected, but for Cavalier, I would say yeah. And definitely for like the next title, they should do it. The biggest one, in my opinion, is the Tier 1 Alpha cap only being at 12. To me, it doesn't make a lot of sense being at 12 when some of these champions, it's 5 per rank. 5 or more per rank for 5-star champions, right? Like, it just doesn't make sense for it to be 12. I do think having a limit to force people to actually rank up a champion instead of just sitting on your catalyst till the end of time is a good idea. Otherwise, people just may never rank up any other champions. And it's fun ranking up champions, even ones that you know, maybe aren't your first choice, but you're like, ah, well, I gotta rank up somebody. And then you actually end up liking that champion or using them at some point down the road. It's pretty fun. So there needs to be a cap, but I do think it'd be a good idea to increase it to 15 on all of those things that you said. Tier 1 alpha, the Tier 4 class catalyst, because sometimes, man, you need a lot of Tier 4 class catalysts for these rank ups too. The Tier 2 alpha, I don't know I don't know how I feel about the Tier 2 alpha. I mean, I guess why not, right? Increase that one to 15 too. It's not even that much of an increase. Because taking a champion to rank 4 is 4, and then rank 5. I guess, you know, that one isn't as a big a deal, I guess. That one I wouldn't mind if they kept it 12. You know, I'd still be on board for them changing it, but the others need it more so than the Tier 2 alpha does. Oh, absolutely, the Tier 1 alpha cap needs to be 20 at minimum, if not 25. You know, I wasn't even thinking that. I was only thinking 15, but maybe go up to 20. I don't know. I feel like I'd be happy if they just raised it to 15 for those. Hey BG, so sad you have to open all the crystals you were hoarding. What's with the triple smiley face after saying that? I feel like you're not sad at all, man. I don't have to open up that many crystals though. There's not that many. Kabam isn't forcing all the crystals to be opened. There's just a few that they want to get rid of out of their database. When I read about the decision to auto open old crystals, my only thought was not the egg. Don't worry, it's impossible for the egg to be opened. Kabam has no control over what happens to that egg. And if that egg ever does open, well then, God help us all. Might be the end of the universe. But they can't crack it. Just like I can't crack it. Uh-oh, this game says it'll teach me how to talk to girls. Hey. Maybe that'll be a good thing. BG, I probably missed this question, but what will you do with the egg since they're forcing open all the crystals? Oh yeah, no, the egg is not included in that, Alex. Need to get off stream before I make a drowsy purchase of a questionable game. Oh, never mind. If you have to pay for that, don't do it, Demiak. Save your money. Or not. I mean, you know, if it's not expensive, then whatever. If it's gonna be fun, I shouldn't tell you not to get something. What did Star-Lord go for in Arena? My buddy did 21.2 million and didn't get him. I think he went for low 30s. I don't know exactly. If anyone else has a better estimate on the cutoff, or better knowledge of the cutoff, I should say. I know he definitely didn't go higher than 33, because someone in my alliance got him with 33. I think it was 33 they put up at least. And they were somewhat high. Oh, wait, 33 for 151? Really? What did Dupes put up then? Because I thought that's what Dupes put up. And he was rank 60 or something. Here's my issue with the rank up, because usually you do it on level up, and the milestones for that usually need to rank up 2 champs, 4 and 5 star. I cannot hold enough resources long enough. Yeah, it's just a little weird. I mean, of course, you know, we have a month in the overflow when it comes to Catalyst, so it doesn't actually matter a whole lot for something like that, but it would just be, I think it would just feel better if we were able to hold it just a little bit more. Nope, 5-star Star-Lord went for 27.7. That was rank 151. Okay, alright, yeah, that makes more sense. 27.7 was rank 151, okay. It would have been nice. It would have been nice if I could have got mine awakened. That's not that high of a score, but yeah, I'm not even gonna go for it on round 2. I'm still just gonna stick to getting milestones for now. Hi Brian Grant, big fan from the Philippines. Awesome. Ray Wilson, Sabado from the Philippines. Welcome, dude. Teabag sending over $5. Thank you so much. Saying, BG, thanks for the advice. Took Awaken Void Sig 200 over Blade Sig 167, both 5-star. Void is a beast. Nice, man. Awesome. He damn sure is a beast. Both those champions are very powerful, but yeah, man. I think you did the right. You made the right call. Thank you very much for the 5 too. Really appreciate it. I have to admit I was very proud of the fact that my guess was 27.78 for the 5-star. No, I guess nice. Alright, here we go. Here's Dubes. I got 66 with 33.5. Okay. That's good for anyone out there going for Star-Lord. I would imagine... I wouldn't be surprised if the score went down a tiny bit on round 2. Not much. I don't think it's going to drop to like low 20s or anything like that, but I don't expect the score to go higher. If you do decide to grind for Star-Lord in round 2, I would still recommend going higher just to play it safe and all that, but that's not too high of a score for a good champion. Still a lot of points for someone developing their 5-star roster, but if you already have a lot of 5-stars, man, not too bad of a pickup. What for, BG? You wouldn't use a gem to awaken Star-Lord, and if you awaken him naturally, you probably wouldn't ever rank him up past 2 or maybe 3, just to annoy all of us. Well, I have him at rank 3 right now. It would just be faster to use him in the arena, pretty much. You know, usually it takes like 20. Usually it takes like 20 hits to kill, and that's with suicides on. If I don't have yeah, here he is. He's actually my lowest PI rank 3 champion, because Gulk is rank 2. So Unawakened Star-Lord is my lowest rank 3. But yeah, it would just be nice to have him kill a little bit faster, just get those silver stars. There's always those rare instances where I may need a tech champion that has infinite scaling damage like that. That'd be nice to get. Kind of a minimal effort pickup, because for me that would just be running my 5- and 6-star champions on cooldown, and I would 100% have that score locked in. But even still, I rather focus on other things for the time being. I just hope that I eventually awaken him naturally through a crystal. Morning, Brian. How's everyone doing? What's up, KT? Last BG, what's your last? It's special one. Is there a different one here? Shark, I may not have found the last one you're looking for. I saw something about Carnage and Bane Special 1 and stuff like that. So I might... Oh, wait. Remember when BG said that Void needed to be nerfed? Oh, that's your last one. There we go. Well, I didn't say he needed to be nerfed. I just said if I was... I mean, I kind of did, I guess. If I was in charge of balancing the game, if that was my job, is to balance the game, I would nerf a lot of champions. It would be Nerf City, all right? So just be happy I'm not in charge of game balance. It'd be Nerf City, and Void would be one of the champions getting hit. But just to be clear, it's not like I would gut the champion completely. It would be a very small change. It'd be a pretty small change. It would just be separating the petrified debuff what I would do exactly with Void. One of Void's debuffs reduces crit rating for the opponent. And what I would do is, instead of that debuff reducing crit rating, I would make that debuff reduce power gain, and then still keep Petrify to reduce healing, and that's all I would do. I'm with BG. I'd nerf a lot too. I'd also buff a lot. I'd buff a lot too. Yeah, there'd be buffs and nerfs across the board. But I wouldn't gut any champions to the point where you're not going to use them. Nothing like that. Anyway, it doesn't matter. We shouldn't talk about this. Every time, anytime the nerf word comes out, people get upset. I'm not trying to get Kabam to make any changes or anything like that. I don't think that they're ever going to touch Void. I'm not even going to mention what I would do for other champions, just on the off chance that Kabam does make changes. I don't want to be blamed for them. But I can't help think about game balance when, you know, for the past, what year is it? I don't know. For the past like 18 years of my life, I've played almost exclusively online games that all receive balance updates pretty frequently. It's just something I've grown used to. It's something I enjoyed. I'd give Ghost 1 HP. Wow, Pete. Wow. 5-star Void or 5-star Cap Infinity for rank 5. My preference is Void, but you can go either way. Some people prefer Cap Infinity. You can go either way. They're both great champions. I would have every 6-star turn into Moon Knight. Oh, that's cruel, man. That's super cruel. Can Venom do Dormammu on Caustic Temper Path in 6.1.6? I don't know what other nodes are there, but... Oh, wait, no. Caustic Temper, that's the one where you take poison damage as well, right? So, no, because Venom's not poison immune. Pretty sure that's the one where you take poison. I mean, you may be able to blitz it down fast enough before dying from the poison, but otherwise you're gonna get wrecked. Debuff Korg now. Yeah, maybe I would change something about Korg. I don't know. I might tone down Korg's Thorns damage a little bit. I don't know if I don't know. There's certain champions that I kind of automatically think about, like the changes that I would make to them, that are like the more popular champions. Mostly offensive. I don't think too much about defensive things. Although there would be some changes, like if I did think about it, there would be some champions that I would change defensively. But the only thing that ever came to my mind, like defensively, was when Mystic was running the show, and Mystic Dispersion, I feel like, had to be changed. It was just every defender was Mystic. It was a joke. Can you link accounts in this game? What do you mean link accounts? Like if you have 2 accounts? Or do you just mean like can you save it so that you can log in on multiple devices or something like that? Because you can link accounts to your like Kabam account or something like that. But I don't think that's what you're talking about. If you're talking about if you have multiple accounts and linking them together, then no. There kind of was a way to do that in the past where there was a gifting badge, but that's been disabled for the time being at least. Man, Venom hype is real lately. I blame you, Brian. Hey, he's good, man. Do you not like Venom? I take it. He's really good. He can do a lot of things in this game. Like I don't know, man. I don't know if I would ever consider him an Alliance War champion, but dude, he can handle so many different nodes in Alliance quest, regular questing. He's great. His prestige sucks too, which is unfortunate, but 5-star Sabretooth or 5-star Gwenpool, the rank 4, both unawakened. If they're both unawakened, I would definitely go Gwenpool between the two. I mean, even if they were both awakened, I'd probably still go Gwenpool between the two. I'm not a huge fan of Sabretooth, so I might be slightly biased here. I consider Sabretooth more of a synergy champion that, when awakened, is also a good defender and also has good prestige, but otherwise, I'd prefer to play Gwenpool. Cyclops gets buffed to have longer armor breaks and a Super Saiyan mode with golden hair. With golden hair. Oh! I thought you were talking about with like a synergy champion, because there was a synergy, I think, with Havoc, where he gets longer armor breaks. But you're saying you just want to buff him into a Super Saiyan mode Cyclops. Let's do it. Let's do it. I'm Sig 200 Venom, but no, not a big fan. Oh, that's a bummer, dude. He's so cool at Sig 200. Get those 3 buffs right at the start. He's awesome, man. I mean, there's a lot of other good Cosmic Champions out there, too. So, I guess I can kind of understand it if you just prefer some of the other Cosmic ones, but I think he's super powerful. I think if I made this game, I wouldn't have unavoidable special 3s. Maybe it's very difficult to dodge specials. Wait. I wouldn't have... Oh, you wouldn't have unavoidable special 3s. Interesting. Really, Pete? I kind of like that you can't avoid special 3s. Like, you can prevent the enemy from getting to a special 3, but that's the whole thing about a special 3. Oh man, dude, there's no way I would take that away from the game. I feel like that's a must-have. The unavoidable special 3. I think Human Torch's special 2 range should be doubled. Human Torch's special should be doubled. Is it short? BG, do I use Class Awakening Gem on Darkhawk or Proxima? Wait, and Proxima. Wait. So you just have 2 Class Awakening Gems? Is that what you're saying? I'm a big fan of Darkhawk, which, by the way, Darkhawk has a 6 synergy with Venom. The 2 pair up very nicely together. But what was I gonna say? Like, the thing about Darkhawk is I feel like he needs a high Sig level. So using an Awakening Gem, I would only recommend that if you had a lot of Sig stones to feed into him. Like as a 4-star, you'd probably want to get him to like Sig 50 or higher, and as a 5-star, probably like Sig 100 or higher, and that's like minimums. Like, you know, to me, he really needs to be near capped out on Sig level. I mean, I guess he doesn't need that. Hold on, let me back up here. I'm being a little bit too... I don't know what the right word is about it, but he doesn't maybe he doesn't need such high Sig level. I'm thinking in terms of somebody that already has other powerful rank ups, and that may not turn to that champion unless he was high Sig level. But if you don't already have like a powerful double immune champion or something like that, then he doesn't need as high Sig level. I gotta get out of that mindset. I've talked to too many people when it comes to Darkhawk Awakenings that I already know have strong champions that, you know, where Darkhawk wouldn't see as much play. But I think you still do need some Sig stones for that Darkhawk. all that said, before awakening him, but just maybe not as many as I was saying. As far as Proxima goes, you know, most of the time when I see people playing Proxima, her awaken ability doesn't even come into play, because the awaken ability is getting to a 75 or 100 hit combo, and most of the time the fights are over before that happens. So if you find the fights lasting that long, then you could awaken her, but otherwise I would just play her unawakened. Sorry, that advice might have been a little confusing, but I was kind of confusing myself there for a minute. I hope that helps enough, at least. PG, I'm joking. Human Torch's special 2 is quite long. Tricky to evade when unblockable. Oh, okay. I was gonna say. I feel like it was long enough. I was having some issues evading it myself. I think I've gotten... I got a handle on it now. But, yeah, it can be pretty tricky, you're right. Buff Storm with either a cold snap or fog type thing, which reduces ability accuracy. I hear you, man. I want Storm buffed more than most champions in this game. I think Storm is so cool. I don't know, man. I think just like controlling the weather is just a really cool superpower or mutant ability or whatever you call it with X-Men characters. I don't know. I just always liked Storm. I've always liked the kind of look and the vibe that Storm gives off in like the other games that I've played. Still haven't really seen too many X-Men movies, but yeah, I don't know. Storm has always been like one of my favorites. I think it really just comes down to her always being there in other X-Men games, though. Going back to, like, you know, Super Nintendo, Sega Genesis type games. I think there's a lot that they could do with Storm. Like, if they made Storm today, oh my god, there's no way that they would keep her abilities so simple. It would be really interesting to see what they would actually do with Storm. But you know her specials would look all kinds of different. And she'd have multiple abilities based on specials being used and all that. Still can't even get the evade on Torch's special 1 down yet. Yeah, both of his abilities are really annoying to evade. It took me a lot of runs at that bounty quest to kind of get them both down. If it wasn't for that bounty being rerun over and over and over again, I feel like I would have never gotten it. Hey BG, I have 106 stones for Mutant. Who would get the most use from them? Omega Red, probably. I think Omega Red is another champion that kind of needs higher sig levels to be to really feel its true power. So Omega Red. A lot of the other mutants I feel like don't really need high sig. Saberman needs high sig if he's gonna be on defense. Havoc, I don't know exactly how Havoc's abilities scale, but he could, I don't know. Maybe he needs high sig, I have no idea. But Omega Red would be the best. Other champions like Iceman don't need it. And Archangel gets some benefit, but I don't think really needs it either. BG, I don't know if you have been able to brainstorm about this much lately, but summer meetup. Uchi wife is helping my dad plan our family reunion in Tacoma in July, and would love to see MCOC peeps. I haven't given it a ton of thought recently, just because kind of overwhelmed at the moment with the move that's still happening. And then we're also traveling a bunch. So I'm hoping I could still do a meetup this summer. But yeah, at this point I'm not even sure if we'll be able to. which makes me a bit sad. But there's just a lot going on right now. So no date or anything like that to talk about right now. Or some kind of counter that is changing the weather that affects your abilities. Yeah, I could see something like that for sure. Alright, the tier 4 basics, they have been collected. I don't think I have many tier 4 basics at the moment. I think that puts me up to 3. It does put me up to 3. Cool. Well, that's good. When the glory store resets, I can grab 5 out of there, and there's my next rank up. So I have some tier 4 class cows in the overflow still. I have mutant and skill that I need to rank up, and we're getting a skill champion next, right? So I should be able to take Ronin up to rank 5 for the testing if I get the 4-star version. But mutant's going to expire first, so I don't know what I want to do. If I want to try to burn the rank ups on a mutant champion first and only take Ronin to like rank 4 for the testing, and then rank him up later on or something. We'll see. Whereas I think most of the champs released before the end of 2016 need a rework. Seems like Kabam only started to get a handle on what they wanted to do with champs and the game then. Yeah, I mean, I imagine it was pretty tough to release this game and release it with a wide variety of unique champions and stuff like that. And yeah, I mean, it definitely seems like it took some time for them to like get in their groove of adding more complicated champions. Plus, I mean, when the game is new, you don't really want so many complicated champions anyway, right? It'd be cool if they updated them. There's certain champions that I kind of don't know if I want updated, though. Like, what they said about Gamora made a lot of sense, where they don't really want to make Gamora such a complicated champion to play or to play against. And someone like Iron Man, I don't want his abilities changed, you know? Like, we know how to fight Iron Man. It's a pretty easy fight. I want to keep it that way. I don't want it to be more difficult. I like to be challenged and stuff by some of these newer champions, but it just helps for like the pacing of a quest. Like if you can throw an Iron Man right after a Korg, for example, just to kind of give you that break and give you that breather of like, okay, I made it through Korg. Now I just have to get through this Iron Man or something, you know? What if Storm had a synergy for all flying champions? Like she shifts the wind in their favor, making any flying specials do double damage. Ooh, that's interesting. I don't know about the double damage part. Might have to tone that back a little bit, but I could see a synergy for flying champions with Storm on the team. That'd be cool. Speaking of synergies in Storm, they could do something with. Oh no, that would be way too much work. I was gonna say maybe they can change the elements of her specials based on someone on the team. Like, I don't even know what a good example of this would be. But just, you know, just have like the different elements with a synergy. But then, no, that's way too much work. You have to like change the animations based on synergies, and they're doing that with Fantastic Four, but I don't think they could do that with every champion, right? PG last about Darkhawk? Sure. Where is yours? Yeah, I personally dislike Darkhawk just because he needs a high signature. I have a 5-star one and tech gem and materials to rank 5. Plus I run suicide, but not ranking him because no SIGs. He's just for spenders, I feel. I don't know about the just for spenders part. But yeah, I definitely understand. I do feel the high SIG level needs. No biggie, life comes first, dude. I'll save some vacation time for whenever it happens. Alright, yeah, I definitely want to do them again. But yeah, it's just summer's a bit rough. Love to see her shock resistance increased because, hey, lightning. And then also see her apply shocks, not just stuns with her specials. Small change will make a big difference. Yeah. Well, she does apply shocks too, right? But it's not like 100% chance. And they're not. They could be stronger. And you're right. The shock resistance. Oh man. This is something I really don't like. Okay, yeah, this is something I think is so silly to me. Up to 60% shock resistance based on stored power. Oh wait, is there not shock? Oh no. Okay, yeah, okay, there it is. But up to 60% shock resistance based on stored power. Hold on a second. It's just every time I open up a champion profile where, like, it only looks like this, where the new champions you have to scroll down like 5 times just to get to their abilities. It's actually really nice when it's so simple like this. But okay, up to 60% shock resistance based on stored power, and while suffering from a shock, debuff or special damage is increased by 30%. I see that line, and I see that as, who cares? Like, it's just not good enough. It's just not. The little bit of bonus damage, you know, her specials hit decently hard, and that could be nice and all, but the shock resistance is just not enough. The damage part is fine. It's the resistance part that's just not enough. And then you have other champions that have plenty going for them already, like Corvus. He doesn't need the immunity. Storm needs the immunity. We need her to have something that's a bit more unique to actually see her get some use. I don't even know if like full immunity makes sense. Maybe they'd have to do some other type of thing with her. But 60% is just not enough. The only places where you need, where it feels like you need the shock resistance or immunity or whatever, is usually like the later areas of the game too, where if you go up against a shock node in like map 7 or something like that, you're not gonna make it through like 2 fights on your path. Yes, she needs a few more things that are unique to her. Yeah, totally agree. She's so cool, and you know what's interesting about this game? Everybody wants to see like their favorite character get added to the game, but it's almost like the later in the development that a character gets added, the better it works out, right? Because again, if they added Storm today, she'd be way cooler than she was when this game was originally made. Same thing, like, what if they never added Wolverine at all? I mean, Wolverine, he's already cool, right? He was one of the OG awesome champions, but okay, maybe it's a bad example. Let's say Cyclops. If they never added Cyclops until 2019, if they added like Cyclops and Havoc together or something like that, then Cyclops would probably be super powerful, you know? Ahem, Diablo. Okay, so it's not always like that, alright? Sometimes Kabam, you know, they still add some champions that are just not good. But generally, champions are better the later they come out. But alright, anyway. It's gonna be about that time. Let's go pop some crystals. I actually need to get some gold because I can't, you know, today's Sunday. I can't afford gold donations for this round of Alliance Quest. So I'll get it by the end of the week. Today's only day 1, but I wouldn't even mind if 50k popped out of this crystal. 33% shock resistance per bar of power. Still not enough. Still not enough. The problem with shock resistance is, unless it's like ridiculously high, like Bishop has a ton of energy resistance, and for him it's, I mean, I don't even know what it looks like if you take him against a shock node. Just because I don't know anyone that actually uses Bishop in areas of the game like that. Come on, units, units, units. Hell yeah. 225? 75. Okay, I'll still take it. But if you have like an absurd amount of energy resistance, that's cool. But like 33%, if you go like there's nodes that just start out where you're gonna take 100% of your life in shock damage over 30 seconds. By the time you build up that shock resistance, it's too late. If it was just like maybe all energy resistance, like that could work out, and maybe you just have to find a different different solution for shock specifically. Maybe chance to no, I wouldn't work for Storm. I was gonna say chance to shrug off, like shock based on power gain or something, but no, that's not a good idea. Storm consumes a shock debuff to gain a bar of power. Now we're talking. That sounds good. There we go. I like that. Storm consumes a shock debuff to gain a bar of power. Bingo. That's what she needs. It's a very powerful effect, but there's not that many shock abilities out there. It would be totally unique for her. It would make her super fun to play against, like those shock paths and stuff. That's the answer right there, man. Zetahoven has it. Or wait, no, you said it's just Zaytoven, right? Yeah, Zaytoven. There we go. My bad. Zaytoven like Beethoven. Okay. You know what? Let's pop open one more uncollected crystal. Why not, man? Like I said, I could use the gold. You can play very well and get lucky with Korg's recovery mechanic. It's possible. Oh, with like him shrugging off stuff. Is that what you're talking about? BG, they're right there, just one. Nova? No. No. I'm not spending units on crystals. I don't think they're a good value. I will pass. Wolverine plus Cyclops, and Cyclops for AQ is so effective. Oh, more units? Dude, the key to getting units... Oh, man, where's the 225? I shouldn't be... It's so weird, man. I say this every time, but I shouldn't be disappointed by any amount of units in here, but I just get excited for that 225. Alright, we're going to keep opening these things until I get gold. But Wolverine for Cyclops and Cyclops for AQ, so effective, not sure why, but it is. Oh, the Cyclops joke. Also playing to Storm's whole playstyles of having big specials, yeah. She should have an electrical charge mechanics, sort of like Bishop's damage that is filled from energy damage that's converted to shock on the enemy, thus specials. Alright, gold. Rip. Electrical charge mechanic. Like bishops. Maybe. Totally the day it would come to be excited to see gold from these crystals. Oh, man. I can't believe I let myself get to this point where I need the gold so much. Stinking map 7 donations. Killing me. Alright. No, I'm still not getting... it doesn't matter how many units I get out of those battle chips. Out of the arena crystals. I'm not popping open the Nova Flame crystal. Like, look at this thing. Let's click on the odds for a moment here. The drop rates. 0.1% chance for a 6-star. 0.5% chance for a 5-star. And then, if you know, higher when you're not talking about the exclusive, but pass. Pass all day, every day. This looks awful to me. I know some people get lucky. Or I think it's totally fine if you want to pop open some of those crystals. You want to just roll the dice for fun or whatever. But for me, that's not how I have my fun. I'd rather spend it on, like, to me, I much rather take 1,800 units and get this offer than pop open 6 of those Cavalier crystals. Much rather do that. I'm still not getting this either, but I think this offer is pretty good, you know. BG, have you donated loyalty with units yet? I haven't. We've won a lot of off-season wars thanks to so many alliances just tanking, and that's kept up my loyalty supply pretty good. But oh, and plus I still have the war crystals to pop open. But my loyalty, I think it is declining slightly without having to pop, you know, without having popped open those the war crystals. But so far, my units are intact. Haven't had to use them yet. Alright, on that note, guys, it's time to call it a night here. So you have to open your egg, Master Grant? No. The egg is not part of Kabam's automated opening thing. What up, BG? Just got the 5-star Storm. Should I leave her alone? Yeah, unfortunately, Storm. That's why we're just talking about how she needs a buff. She's not so powerful. She's not a terrible champion to use though. Even as is, I kind of enjoy using Storm. It's just there's just so many other more powerful champions that it's hard to ever really have a need to use Storm, which makes me sad because I like her. But alright, I'm out for the night. Dr. Shadi, I don't know if you're still in here, but thank you again, dude, for the extremely generous donation that you sent over. Congrats again on the Legends title and all that. Thank you to everyone else that sent over a bunch of super chats as well. There are quite a few of you that sent over some super chats this evening, so thank you very much. I'll be back normal time tomorrow. Yeah, tomorrow's, well, okay. Technically today, but tomorrow, Monday. Got it, yeah. Normal time tomorrow. I'm due for another daytime stream at some point, but that's going to have to wait. Tomorrow I will probably be busy packing up and moving stuff again, so yeah. Ah, you are still in here. Thank you again, dude. Alright, have a good night, everybody. See you all tomorrow.